What is up? Okay, so there is this idea that, like, as someone, in a sense, that has the willingness to say that they're spreading love and that they're a form of light and that you can embody that light of what is soul and just your fullness in simple speaks. Um, Yet it just there's the perception that it's true. Not everybody came here to do the same thing. Not everybody's here for the same thing. Not everybody has the same perception. Not everybody has the same understanding. Everybody's at different levels, from different means, from different aspects, from just well, you're sure the sum of everything, yet there's that meaning of, well, there are some that are here to just experience being here. They don't want to deal, they didn't like volunteer or be here for a means of doing anything other than just being here at this time. And yet there is still that where they you can go into it where they just want to be here just to be here, and that means they're just being human in a sense. They're so tuned into the story of being human, in a sense of just that's all their focus. That's it. That's it. That's their level. That's the perception they come from, and that's the way they live their life, and that's it. And they could there yes, there is more, yet they want to learn something from the level of just being human, not dealing with any of the other aspects. Yet sure, they sure in life, yet have you ever ran into one of those people and then you have the thought that comes across your mind like, huh, if I say something to them, because there is this point where if they want to like just fully endowed to the life of what it is, I guess that's what it comes to. Life upon itself will always give you a clue upon going what you are, so you can always wake up in a sense and always be like, oh, okay, yeah, okay. So then you are at a moment of of deciding, do you want to wake up at that moment, or are you still wanting to learn stuff from that kind of experience and stuff like that, or just doing what you do. And so I think that's what it is. Like, some will walk through life just being human, and some will say that there's more to life, that they are being human, yet they're not human. That's just an experience. That's just an endowment of life and something you get to live. Um, huh. Wow. To be the one that answers my own question when I ask it, and really focus on it. It's really something right now. There's a lot of power going into life. And yet it's funny because it was like it was almost like a moment to me, like, oh, was I should I have not said that? Of course I was at work and I was supposed to semi be representing a certain endowment of what is life, and that means of whatever I the role I play here, and the means that I, in a sense. And yet it's like, oh, but yet I don't know, it's just life. And there's a point to where all that exists and I exist, and what how do you empower yourself? I mean, there is that point, and it's just really funny to, like, be able to consider those things and contemplate those things and be of those things. It's something. It really is something. And there's something there because of it. Now, is it because I'm powerful and I saw that this is a moment of okay, I can see how I can grow here, how I can become something more. for, I guess there's a moment of rest and then there's a moment of becoming more. As in that of, well, some play the roles of what they play because they're best suited for those roles. Because some way, shape, and form, yes, they are a reflection of you, yet that only means that they are simultaneously answering your question that you asked without being the without within that of being in their perception, in their world, and how they are. And well, life still speaks through everything. And it's because they're best suited to be able to have the universe or the life of what it is to speak through them for that answer to come. Especially when you are allowing it to come how it is and accepting it. And just, if it's a box, then it's a box. You could imagine a circle and a square, and yet until you actually start wanting just a circle, life is going to be very simple. That's how it's simple. When you keep your expectations of things, your means of control, your means of empowering, yourness to a level that is equal to what you're at. And that does mean to come to a retrospection of a reflection of what it is of a perception, of what it is of a comprehension, a comperception, of a compromise between the both and the two and the blending of both, in that of you exist and so does life. You are you. You empower yourself. You are powerful. And so you're responsible for you, for what you are, what you create, because it is you. It is of you. That is the only way that things get created, is from things. And the only way to kind of keep creating things is to create them, yet to find a way to then, well, simply it does come down to when you when you inspire things and you create things and you bring things to things, and then other powerful entities take upon those things and use them, they are then adding to what you created, and then upon that it can then turn into of itself a creational aspect that is creation upon itself. Yet does that mean that it is you, or does that mean that it's just another form of yourself? And all of those other powerful entities and life force and all of that are just interacting with another version of yourself. Because if it is of you, then it is you. And so it's life. And you get to live it. You can perceive it however you want. I guess in a simple way of saying, if there's a religion that simultaneously corresponds to never being a religion, is perception. It's the perception that you have. You can have a perception of religion and all of this kind of disempowerment, which really means you're empowering something else other than empowering yourself and then going forward and being part of life. Because if life has to empower you, then that means that it's not being life. That it has to take from itself to give to you, and yet when all you do is receive, you're overstimulating yourself and you're not going forward. You're just stuck. You're being stagnant. You're just leaking out beauty and you're not able to do anything with it. So you're regurgitating it in a sense of you're just swallowing it and that's it. You're not ever doing anything with it. You're just becoming so expanded to where it's like the same thing when you have too much water. Your cells will implode, and that's kind of what you do. You implode. So that's why you have to do a balance of give and receive. Always. By loving yourself and being who you are is the truest key to any successful relationship. Be it a thought, be it a person to person. Being yourself is the key to any successful success in loving yourself.